BodyBags, where horror lies.
Hi, I'm Sam. I'm your Thursday guy for BodyBags, and this week I am doing 2021 The Djinn. Came out in 2021. Maybe I should do the movie name and then the year next, but do that next time. Nice little movie here. Not independent, but it's a smaller movie. It's not something that's like, oh, yeah, totally heard about that. I'll read to you what it's about. Dylan, a mute boy, played by Ezra Dewey, finds a book of spells in the closet when he is left home alone in their new apartment by his father, Rob Brownstein, to work the night shift. Blaming himself for the recent death of his mother, Dylan summons a Djinn to grant one wish. Now, he must survive a night of sheer terror at the hands of the sinister creature to fulfill his heart's greatest desire. The Djinn is a film that builds dread and fear by layering a good story, good directing, strong acting, atmosphere, and with great images and sound to a great effect. And I'm not gonna lie, I have a bunch of movies in my house that, alright, so I personally have a bunch of movies in the house where I bought them because I was like, this looks interesting, or this looks XYZ, and I never watched it. And so this movie, I've had this for the longest time. Like, since it first came out to Walmart, because it's like one of those movies that popped up in Walmart for like $10. I was like, oh, grab it, it looks cool. And then I haven't like seen it since, and I feel like it's been like, not a year, but like, it could have been unopened on my shelving unit for like a year or whatever. And I, watching it, it was a nice movie. I should have watched it a lot sooner. So, it's like, you have the boy and his dad, and they just got in this new apartment, and, the one wish that he wishes for, because he's mute, is to speak again, to talk again. In which, is, of course, right? But it's just thinking about it, it's like, why, like, I get why, alright, so I get it, but, like, why, right? Why? You've been living this life for, like, who knows how long, And it's like, why? But then at the end, you realize why, at least his point of view, why he wished he could talk. And it's not because so that he could finally just talk. It's a lot deeper and a lot more sadder. But yeah, he does the whole wish thing. And honestly, I thought, because of how circumstances happened, I thought maybe I missed something on it. Maybe that might just be it. Maybe I missed it or something. But it felt like it wasn't all on the same day. But like storyline wise, it is. Plus it kind of has to be because the dad has the night shift or whatever, and it just sucks, I guess. Well, not sucks, the movie's good, but like, why he does X, Y, and Z, right? It's just that there's some foreshadowing in the movie a little bit in the beginning. There's there's some good foreshadowing and bad foreshadowing. And technically speaking, it's not the worst thing ever, but you see, when you make a wish through a Djinn, you get the wish, but something else happens that kind of makes you like, oh no, I don't want the wish to happen now. Except, it's a lot more dramatized and whatnot. I'm going to spoil a little bit of the movie, so if you don't want to get spoiled and want to watch it on your own, go now, leave now, go watch it on your own. It's not on Tubi, unfortunately, but I'm sure you would either find it maybe on, like, I want to say AMC, like, the channel or whatever has it, or, I don't know. I think it's on Amazon. Or maybe you could just find it at your Walmart. This is what it looks like if you get it at Walmart. It has a couple of different other posters, like when he's looking at, like the blue right here. That's a poster for it. So yeah, I'm gonna spoil a bit. So the mom dies because she killed herself. I didn't really hear or whatever, but it's like, blah, 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 right? I just thought maybe she left or whatever, but then it's like, oh, no, she killed herself. She must have lost the will to live, like Padme did in Star Wars. And he keeps on having this dream about it. Or, maybe it's not that a dream that keeps on happening, because he doesn't just sleep through the night because, the thing's trying to kill him. She kills herself, and he's, like, right behind her. Not, like, right behind her, but, like, kind of, like, creeping up because she doesn't know what's going on. He doesn't know what's going on. And he can't just say, hey, right? Because he's mute. And so, later on, you have, like, the last dream you have when he's able to, like, talk. He's like, Mom? Mom turns around and, like, they hug each other, and he's like, would things have been different would things have been different if I was able to talk? And then it's like, oh, that's why he wants to. It's not because of that, it's because of this. And this made me want to cry a little bit. It was kind of sad. No, obviously not, but hey, that was sad. So, they go in the new apartment, and the dad goes for the first night shift, and he's basically kind of, Dylan's exploring, the house a bit, and, he stumbles across the book in his room. I say house, it's 1 floor, 4 or 5 rooms kind of thing. It quite literally feels like a Evil Dead set. And there was moments where I actually kind of had a little sense of that, honestly. But anyway, he ends up releasing the Djinn, and he basically finds out that he has to survive like an hour, or like the night. I'm pretty sure it's an hour. But he has to survive a long period of time. And then at midnight he can blow out the candle and he'll be fine, kind of thing. And then like at the end, when like he's got a big old scratch there. The thing ends up twisting his ankle or whatever, or breaks his foot, or I don't know, it's something like that. But like when he blows the candle out, like gets offed. It's like, oh, it's not there no more. Oh, my foot's fine. It must have all been a dream kind of thing. And then it has your Phantasm type ending where it's not a cliffhanger, but it is a plot twist. And it's like, oh. So, what happens is immediately after, the Djinn gets offed away, he goes to the bathroom to see if he can talk. He can't talk. He has that last dream in which he does talk, and then he wakes up in the morning, he's not able to talk, and he does. I'm pretty sure it's that he can't, but I don't want to be surprised, it's something else. But like when the dad comes back in the morning, he keeps on doing the sign language, and it's like, wait, so you didn't get fixed? Wait, you didn't, but you didn't, and whatever. And then plot twist. The plot twist being, you get your wish, but something else bad happens that makes you kind of not want. And what basically happens is the Djinn comes out of nowhere, the dad from behind, and basically the essence of the voice comes out of the father and goes into the son. And so the son's able to start talking, and the dad can't talk. And I'm pretty sure the dad's still alive, but he's like on the ground like, oh. I don't think he's dead, I don't think he's dying, but that's what happened. And so it's basically them switch voices. And I was like, whoa, dude. It's kind of like Krampus ending a little bit. But definitely a lot of foreshadowing for just everything, right? I mean, with the whole dad thing at the end, there was a moment where like there was a picture that got knocked to the ground, and then it accidentally got stepped on. And then when you see it, it's like, it looks like, the breaking point was like on the neck or like the head of the dad. And it was like, huh, that's interesting. But I really like this movie, honestly. And I think you should watch it if you, for whatever reason, kept on staying around. Because, there's like a scene, or like a line, my bad. There's like a line earlier in the movie where, before the dad goes on the night shift, him and the boy and his son are talking about the mom, and he says something along the lines of, "Don't worry about the past, worry about what you have now," kind of thing. Or not that, he didn't say it bluntly, he said it very nicely, kind of thing. But it's just interesting that he didn't really, not that he didn't care, but he kind of didn't, because he wanted to talk again. So that, if something else bad happened, you wouldn't be like, like, oh no, the bad guy's coming, instead of, just doing hand stuff because no one's seeing you, kind of thing. But, yeah. If I had to rate this movie right now, I'd probably give it, like, I'm not gonna lie, I mean, the movie's like an hour and 20 minutes, so I love a good short movie that, is obviously good. How long is this movie? I want to say it was an hour and 20. Yes, it was 1 hour and 21 minutes. Very nice. I loved it. Because you don't really see a lot of shorter movies now. And it's like, for the most part, if there's like a short movie that gets made, it almost always kind of seems like, oh, that sucks because it needed more time. But, movies like this kind of feel perfect at being an hour and 20 minutes. Or, at the very least, maybe if you could, like, if make a movie that, like, it's fine being at an hour and 20, or it's like, maybe it's really good, but, like, could be better if you put 30 minutes in and it's still fine. So, like, for instance, there's Skinamarink, right? And that's 2 hours, I think, right? That movie would be perfect, probably, if it was an hour and 20. Perfect. People are saying it would be perfect if it was, like, a 20-minute short. Maybe. I just think, this movie was really good for being, what it was. No names, 2 directors on it, 2 directors/writers, and they worked on another movie together. But the one guy or whoever has been around for like the past decade doing other stuff, and it's like now they're like, these two are like working together now. There's David Charbonier, who's the newer guy, and then Justin Powell, who's the guy that's been around for a bit. He worked on like all those teen book stuff, like teen book movies. So like Hunger Games or Divergent. He was like working on those stuff. I don't think he directed it. He was just a part of it. But yeah, that was interesting and a very nice movie, and definitely worth a watch, I think, because it, things happen for reasons, right? And it's like, sometimes you just gotta move on, and sometimes it's better to just move on, because if you don't move on, then something bad might happen, like you wishing your soul away, or letting a Djinn in your life, right? Well, I like Djinn. Is that how it goes? It's an Old Dark reference. The Old Dark House reference. It's only Djinn, Djinn. I like Djinn. And it's called the Djinn, so I like Djinn. Anyway, I'm Sam, I'm your thirsty guy for BodyBags. I did, the Djinn, and I gave it, I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. I don't know if I said that earlier, or if I said something else, but you know what, screw it, I'm giving it an 8 out of 10. Very nice movie, 1 hour and 20 minutes, and the last time you saw a shorter movie like this probably sucked. Or, it was a really old movie, like the Old Dark House, or Frankenstein or whatever. So it was nice, this being what it was, and I think you should definitely take a watch sometime. I'll see y'all next week. Goodbye.